Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome to a odd Thursday video. I didn't think that we'd be talking about new content dropping next week, information here on a Thursday, but we need to get right to business. So this particular side quest that's coming, the March meta side quest, is basically this March we present something different. The Danger Room. It is basically Incursions in a nutshell. Now, I've actually recorded this, my third time recording this, because I went through the editing process and thought, do you know what? I've not really presented anything that's kind of like clear cut. And I think that's just down to the way that Kabam kind of like have presented this. Is it messy? I can't really say it's messy, but it's a case of like it just comes across as very complex. So what I did was this time around, this third time of kind of doing this, I decided to kind of put together something in a nutshell of, this is basically the side quest in a nutshell, which I think is really kind of like to the point. There are some stuff I have to copy from Kabam, but I've added some bits to it that just make it more kind of clearer. 6 difficulty levels. Now, if you see the incursions in-game at the moment, that we have sectors. They are called sectors when they come back, and you'll be kind of presented with something like this, which is very much like an incursions-based system for you to go in and play. By the way, quick tip this weekend, go in and smash top zone bonus. I need to do it. Get some 6-star shards, get some 5-star shards, wherever you're at. Go grab it because it's going to end. So get back in again and swipe, tap and do your stuff, right? Let's go and do that. Threat levels, sectors 1 to 5, each have 12 zones total. Tech and skill-based champions are the opponents in several zones with Viv Vision and Kate Bishop as bosses, so specific counters regularly may be needed. What I'm talking about is like if you're going up against Viv Vision, so use a hashtag metal, then you might want to use Magneto as being regularly in your team, the same way that you might be able to use both Magneto for both of those champions being class advantage and class disadvantage and interaction based, or you might have something in your team, a different idea that could be a regular counter. I mean, let's face it, Hercules is always a top champion to use in any bit of content, especially when it comes to incursions. But you do you at the end of the day with how you want to specifically make a team. There's no word from Kabam whether or not you can change out like a boss kind of node and kind of go, oh, I'll change a champion out, which is one of the big issues when it comes to incursions. Yes, it helps, but if you build persistency, then it's a problem. But because you lose the champion and have to reset in 3 days. However, there's something that's going to be an added benefit, which slightly kind of like deals it in a nice way. In any case, moving on. Threat level, Sector 6 has a full 25 zones and is treated as a limited edition for this, right? So that's basically, yeah, it's kind of like the most difficult sector in the game at the moment, but there's some different elements to it when it comes to components and how the components are used as a currency. We'll talk about that in a minute. There's also this quest or incursion structure appears to be unlimited free access. So what I mean by that is you can regularly go back into it rather than having to go and wait, for another access key similar to this month. But I think it's unlimited access. I'm still waiting for Kabam to answer a question based on that to say that that's the case. But here's the kind of event in a nutshell is this. The further you go in the incursions zones, the different type of incursion sectors, equals the more components you get, plus gives you points for the milestones, equals more components to spend in the store. So that's basically the event in a nutshell. Yes, there are rewards that you get. We'll talk about that in a minute. And that's just basically from the further you go, the more you get 6-star shards wise and blah, 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 blah. You can play solos and duos. Really handy, especially if you've got a teammate that you can push through with this one. But you can play solo if you so see fit. And there's new hacks, by the way, which won't spawn until threat level 6 until 16, 18, 24. Regular hacks will spawn on the first boss nodes instead. There's also some stipulations with when the new hacks will fall for the lower difficulties, but I don't think it's going to be something we're going to mention now. We will be mentioning counters in future videos and lots of other stuff because there's a hell of a lot to explain with this particular side quest. We've done that one. All champion refreshes will be reduced to 5 minutes. So that's brilliant. I think is very helpful. Objectives require specific tags to achieve the rewards. We'll talk about that in other videos and also why you might get yourself a 6-star awakening gem crystal. Yes, the Kabam are going to give out that. But at the same time, you'll need to you'll need to kind of like do some specific tag options like defense and control and stuff like that. But we'll talk about that in a minute. And threat level sectors, 1 to 5 rewards will reset weekly. So that's like your 6-star shards on the path, 5-star shards, whatever. And threat level 6 is one time only, again, as we kind of mentioned. But in any case, let's go in a bit more detail on things. So the brand new hacks, which we mentioned, proud degeneration. If basically, in a nutshell, you've got a prowess building champion, it's going to be handy to interact with this particular hack, because if you've got your apocalypse, you've got your bishop, you've got your kitty pride, then you're going to smash a load of direct damage to the enemy. That's great. I'm not going to read all of these because it will just like make this video a lot longer than it should be. And this is basically separated out. We'll make a separate video about this because it's, it's good new stuff coming into the game, especially armor burst. So if you've got the likes of Civil Warrior, Colossus, and you've got an armor up buff, it grants 20% armor rating. Special attacks inflict burst damage equal to the attacker's current armor rating. If the attack is a relic equipped, the damage is multiplied by the attacker's critical damage. So Kabam want you to use relics in Incursions. How nice of them to kind of like prompt you on something like that. Use your relics, people, because it's going to mean some good things for a lot of them, which is interesting. But that's the nature of how things are at the moment. I'm not going to read all of them. As I said, I'm going to make a separate video to go, okay, well, here's some top kind of like champions that can interact with this particular hack, which I'll try and have out by, I don't know, sometime over the weekend, next week. It depends. I feel like the spreadsheet that I'm already making is becoming quite expansive, and it's going to be very, very... The guide for this month is going to be massive. But yeah, Danger Store is going to be something we're going to have to look into. Let's kind of like zoom this in a little bit. And also get an idea of what you can spend. Because this is the other thing. Like, I can talk about, like, oh, there's a store. Which, by the way, if you're Thronebreaker, you can have access to the Cavalier store and lower. Paragon gets access to all of it. And so if you're Cavalier, you can't have access to the Thronebreaker store. That's how that works. There's some good stuff on offer. There's a 6-star signature stone. There's 6-star signature stones. You can max purchase 10 with the Thronebreaker side of things. So there's some good stuff about 6-star shards wise. You're getting 6k from that, but most of the shard based rewards are coming out of the zone rewards bonuses that you can get. From the further you go, the more you get. So that's that in a nutshell. I'll be making future videos about best buys within the store, just to kind of quickly go over things, because I am still working on the spreadsheet. But if you want information in a nutshell, how many total components can you get per the month? Well, early estimates, there's more, by the way. Just to point out this before anybody goes, oh, there's only 100k for Paragon. There is more. I'm doing a separate video I'm working on at the moment, but it will be 100k plus the regular 4-weekly rotations of the 12th milestone. So you'll have to get to the 12th milestone of the Incursion zone to kind of get more than 100k. And again, just to kind of like put you in perspective, whilst I kind of work on stuff to kind of like give you a quick kind of delve into that one, is the following, in that you would have to get, if you are doing Sector 5 on a regular basis, and we just got to find out if you can do the regular ones, it'll basically be that 100k plus 4 times 4,335. As I said, I am working on a side quest totals video. It will come out tomorrow or whenever I can get it out. It's just a case of this month is extensive to create a guide for. Like, I think it's going to take me a little while to get this spreadsheet of all the different sections kind of all totaled up. It's pretty mad. It's really good as well. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. It's going to do a bit of Incursions. That's different. But yeah, there's going to be some zone rewards, which you can see on screen right now. So that's cool. This is it's great because you get 6-star shards, a lot more than normal, and as well on a full. I mean, look, what I mean by that, because yes, it doesn't look like, what is it, 1,875 6-star shards. No, in some ways aren't going to break the bank the same way with 5k. But that's a weekly basis. Well, it should be on a weekly basis. This is what I assume to be a weekly basis, because it says right here, zone rewards for threat level sectors 1 to 5 will reset weekly. Threat level 6 will be one time only. So yeah, it's like saying take this total here and times it by 4. So that's like 20k right there for sector 5. And then it just like goes down on the various different ones. So yeah, and also different types of storage levels for it. So, and I guess it's trying to find out, like, are you restricted? And that's the thing I am just trying to find out from Kabam is, are you locked to 3 sectors the same way you are currently locked to 3 sectors right now? That's going to be some questions I need to get that answer from. But in any case, we move on. We need to talk about so many things within this side quest month. It is so surprising the extent of stuff when it comes to this incursions thing about like where we need to go with kind of like information. So objectives wise, if you want your relic materials, it is slotted into that. There is a points in some cases there's a points based system for it, and especially because it's a bit more straightforward this time. Win Danger Room Incursions fights with Mystic and Mutant champions on threat level 1 difficulty. So I guess this is a case you'll be able to have access to all of them, which that would be good if it's threat level 1. So you could do threat level 1 and do a lot of these. I guess it's a case of like they're on a weekly basis, which is good because I don't really like the way that the ones that are currently in game are kind of situated. So these are fresh objectives that will be going on a weekly basis. For the latter stuff, let's kind of just jump down to, say, threat level 4s and 5s. Threat level 6 for this one. Wow, it's threat level 4 to threat level 5. There's threat level 5. There's threat level 6. No, it's threat level 5. Okay, so this is where things get a bit more spicier, because then it's like, okay, well, you've got to do champion-specific things. I don't mind that too much because you're going to be just fighting anyway, so it'd be good to kind of like do that. But there's still the stuff: win Danger Room Incursion fights without class advantage on threat level 5 or higher. So that's something as well. But on a plus side, you know, getting this will just be a case of just grinding through it. So that's good. I actually quite like this. I really do. And then right at the bottom here, the most spiciest thing that's of interest to everybody is this right here. Win Danger Room Incursion fights with hashtag defensive utility, offensive damage over time, control, denial tag champions on threat level 5 or higher. Thumbs up. You know, that's something that's kind of a bit better. But I will need to kind of like create a list, which hopefully I'll get done over the weekend and add it to this. So check back to the link in the description, right? I will be always updating the pack. Before the quest launches, I will have a pack of information. I'll be ready to go. And then obviously this one here is the most spiciest thing with you getting yourself 1 6-star Awakened Gem Crystal. I really want that, but you will require 54 points or something. But I mean, that's fine. I'm sure people will be able to do that. And yeah, like that's that. And it just looks like a fun quest. A fun quest is coming our way, and I am looking forward to it. So that's been that in a nutshell. I think I'm going to end the video there. As I said, check out the guide. I'm going to be putting a lot of content out this month in order to kind of cover this stuff. And I am looking forward to it. I like Incursions. I know some people won't, but it's nice Kabamba doing something new, different, or fresh. But in any case, that's the video. What are your thoughts? Put it in the comment section down below about this new side quest that's dropping. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Make sure to check out the live stream that Kabam posted, and we'll be reacting to that in the MCN for tomorrow morning. Thanks very much. Cheers, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.